Thank you so much for joining this channel. And I have already started one series for Azure Cloud Foundry building agents. And this is a play series that is already, you can see this is a playlist. And we have already covered what is the concept of Azure Cloud Foundry. That is the day one. Day two, we have built a, inside a Cloud Foundry in one agent. Day three, we have done a rack system implementation using the HR assistant like agent. Day four, we have in analyzed how evaluation can be done before going for production. This is, I think, there is a voice problem. I will again create one more version that is for guardrail. Very important responsibility AI. Without ethics and the guardrail, you cannot make any agent production ready. And day six, is for monitoring and observability. So whatever we have done so far, that is to understand, like, how to create agent within the foundry, how we can leverage the rack system, how we can make it more ethical, responsible, having, following the business rule using guardrail, and how to monitor in case of any issue. But still we are inside the cloud foundry. What if a developer wants to connect the Azure Cloud Foundry from the outside, like Visual Studio Code or Visual Studio, and how we can manage through the code? So that is the that objective of upcoming series and the next series, or upcoming the day 7 and in the day 8 also. So what we have done until day 6, everything within the inside foundry. Right now we will use Azure Cloud Foundry with enterprise app and ASP.NET Code. So that means we are introducing the C# code and ASP.NET Code APIs. So Cloud Foundry, we will not directly go into the platform and create. Instead of that, we will call the Cloud Foundry outside the Azure portal from the Visual Studio Code or Visual Studio, so that you can programmatically create agent, call agent, and talk to agent. So that is the we are leveraging our C# developers or the .NET developers to use the Cloud Foundry outside the portal. So how we can do that? So the objective is Cloud Foundry SDK. Definitely, if you want to connect any cloud services from the outside, you need a SDK. Either it is Azure Storage or App Insight, anything. Similarly, for the Azure Cloud Foundry, and we will create service agent API. Authentication definitely required. So that will be handled by another SDK, threads, message run. So all these things, just remember these are the terminology being used. So architecture, so it can be, right now it is, that maybe it is a console also, or maybe Swagger also. You can use build React and Blazor. If you want to create a good UI, in that case you have to call the Cloud Foundry from the outside. So this is the overall architecture that we already did, right? HR documents we have uploaded in the Rack system. Azure AI search actually make it, that searchable. And through Cloud Foundry, these documents are available. So whenever any requests come, so Azure Cloud Foundry can refer those documents. So in the current structure, we have a controller, we have a service, we have a chat. So GPU deployment definitely is a part of the Cloud Foundry. HR agent Foundry knowledge base is required, and for required values, we need to connect to the project endpoint and agent ID, right? So because we already created an agent, you can create agent from the outside also. Since you already created an agent inside, we will show that. Same, that's a agent ID you can use, and then model deployment. And these are the packages are required actually if you want to connect the Cloud Foundry from the outside. So whenever you refer in your project, you should remember the endpoint and the agent ID that you have to provide. That we have done in the another series also, that is Microsoft AI agents, that you also can check. because this is a cloud foundry, but there is a one more. I think we have a similar type of playlist. Gen AI agent, sorry, not this one. Yeah, this one you can check. Microsoft AI agents. Okay, so so let me go to the code. I am not running the code because I have deleted this, the rack system because it is a costly also, but you can refer the to old video and then come to that. Here only we are trying to show how we can connect the agent. So say for example, we have this Cloud Foundry project, right? That you already created. That is going on. So this agent is already there, right? So say for example, this is the agent. Now this agent, so this is the agent, and this agent you can create from the outside also and from inside. Since we have already created this agent inside, you can see that this code has been automatically generated. The project endpoint, right? Agent name. So same thing. We have to enter over here the endpoint. What will be the endpoint? What will be the agent name or agent ID? So that means the developer having the opportunity to connect the same agent from the outside using this information that is given inside, right? You can copy this code also and you can try. Now, once this information has been given, the controller will put a request for any message. It will go inside. So API client to connect the project because as I mentioned that we need these two packages. This is for security and this is by accessing the project. So in the project, you are getting agent ID that you already configured. You are getting the project client from the URL. Once you've got these two information, agent client, you can create thread. Then you pass the message with the role. Then ultimately you are calling the agent, using the agent ID. Because there are multiple agents, right? So you have to specify who agent you want to call. And based on the statuses, it will give you the data and then you can return back. So the ultimate purpose is whatever we have built so far till day 6, it is within the foundry. Now we are calling this foundry from the outside through the endpoint using Visual Studio Code or Visual Studio so the developer can code it and manage it from the outside. So this is the whole purpose of this small session. We will do a deep dive with a sample application where most of the concept, whatever we have learned, we will use and leverage those building that agent. So hope these things are clear and we will move into the next session.